Okay, now that you've registered for GDP, the next step is to actually use it, right? So we're going to go back into Moodle, go back to the GDP link. This time you can just sign in, right? So I have my username and password up here saved already, so I'm going to click sign in. So this is the GDP website, and I want to kind of show you how to get yourself set up to use this. So if I go over here and click on lessons, I see a breakdown of the homework I'm going to be completing for this class, right? Over here it says this is part 1, right, which is where most of your homework is going to be. Part 1 is broken down into 4 parts called units. Unit 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I click on Unit 1, I see that it's broken down into lessons, right? So this says Unit 1L, 1 through 5, and that means lessons 1 through 5. And here are all those lessons. If I click on the lesson, it shows me the individual exercises I'm actually going to be completing. And you'll see a lot of these have yellow circles next to them, meaning that they're incomplete, right? So lesson 1 is going to have this yellow circle until I complete all these exercises in it. Right, so you'll see I've completed 1A and 1B already. They have a green check mark. But the rest of these, all the way up to 1J, are incomplete. So they have those yellow circles, and so does lesson 1. And then same thing with Unit 1. Unit 1 has a yellow circle because the lessons in it, lessons 1 through 5, all the way down to here, all these are still incomplete. So I need to get green check marks next to all of these in order to complete Unit 1. This will kind of make more sense as you start going through. And basically what you're going to do is just go in order. So what I'm going to do is just show you, right? You start at lesson 1, you click next, next again. These are just kind of giving you basic instructions for how to use the keyboard. And then eventually you'll come to an exercise that you're going to complete. So when you start off, it gives you the letters that you're going to be typing, right? So here, for instance, I'm going to click here and I'm just going to type these, ASDF, right, JKL, and I go, oops, and I just go on and on until I've typed all of these. Once I type them, I click next. But you'll notice that as you come to further lessons, it doesn't tell you what to type up here, and that's because you're going to be typing from material that's in the book, right? So this class comes with 2 books, and the one that you're going to be using more is the slightly bigger one, right? So that's this one here. It's just slightly bigger than the one over here. And you'll see on the screen, it tells you at the bottom of the screen, right? So right here, it tells you what page number and lines you're going to be going to. So if I get out this book right here, I am going to flip to page 17, right? That's what it tells me over here. And I'm going to go to lines 13 through 18. And that is right here, 13 through 18. And again, you can see that right down here. And you also see at the top, right, this is lesson 4B, short phrases. This is enrichment lesson 4, and this is V, right? So everything checks out. So this is what you're going to be typing on this screen. And to help make this a little more comfortable for you, the box actually comes with a little stand you can use. Just this piece of cardboard. But what you can do here is hold it like this, slide it through like that, and now you have a little stand, right? So what I can do is set up my book like that right next to my screen, so I can look at that and type it here. Right after I finish typing this up on this screen, I click this done button and then click next. And that's basically how all these exercises are going to be. You're just kind of going through your book one section at a time, following along down here, typing them here, clicking done, and then clicking next. Every time you think you've completed a couple of exercises, it's always good to go back over here, right? So I can move my mouse over part 1, right? So right now I'm in lesson 4, so I could go down and click on lesson 4 and just double check that you have a green check mark next to the exercises you think you've done, right? So if I look over here, right, I might think I've done, let's see, we were actually on lesson 4 enrichment, right? So I might think, oh, I did 4B, but right now there's a yellow circle, meaning that's actually incomplete. I need to make sure I get a green check mark here. So you're just going to kind of go in order, following along in the book and on the website, typing what you read and making sure you get a green check mark next to every lesson you've completed.